Hey, how you doing today? Hope all is well. So I am here today to talk to you a little bit about me and why I decided to join this company. It's pretty simple, really. So I'm just gonna quickly go through it. But first I'm gonna start by introducing myself. So my name is Brenda Lopez and I'm a mom of 2 kids. Jake is 4 and Mila's 1. I have a wonderful husband who works very hard so that I can be a stay-at-home mom. And I love it. I had envisioned this little clip going very differently. I've been putting it off for a while because I wanted it to be perfect. Like, I wanted to have my hair done and have some makeup on. But ultimately the reality is that's not my reality. And I was waiting for this perfect time that was never gonna come. So this is me, this is what I always look like. So sorry guys. I really did try, but it wasn't happening. So thank you. You get the yoga pony. That's it. This is as good as it gets. All right, so let's get into the story. So I'm standing in line at my son's school and I meet this woman. She has a similar age kids as I do. We start talking about just life in general, and she mentions the fact that she sells skincare. And of course I was all, for it. Like, do what you gotta do, girl. You gotta get your mom hustle on, but I'm not interested, thank you. But we became Facebook friends, and within a short amount of time I start seeing, the before and afters going through, and I became more and more curious. What Hazel didn't know was the reason why I wasn't at all interested was because I had already been to 2 dermatologists and had been told basically there was nothing they could do for me and for my skin. So after my kids, I developed melasma, pregnancy mask, hyperpigmentation, whatever you want to refer to it as. That's what I got. I had a lot of darkness underneath my eyes here, and then I had a dark patch that went across my lip, which made it look like I had a mustache. Not cute. And so after being told by these 2 different dermatologists that there was nothing I could do, I didn't have a lot of hope for this stay-at-home mom who's selling skincare. What I didn't realize at the time was that it wasn't her personal skincare line, and I think that that's really so important that it's not, this person isn't actually creating this at home in their bathtub. This is skincare that's been created and formulated and well thought out by 2 highly reputable doctors who have already reached incredible success with a previous product. So to say they know what they're doing is kind of an understatement. So I see these posts and I'm thinking, you know what? I've tried everything else. I've gone to dermatologists. I would have been willing to get a face peel. I would have been willing to get laser, whatever. I would have been willing to do anything. So I'm gonna try this because it's a 60-day money-back guarantee and I owe it to myself, right? So we start talking about the business, and she mentions the consultant's kit and how you get a deeper discount, which is always appealing. I had zero desire in the business. As I mentioned before, my husband travels a whole lot, and adding a business to my schedule was not appealing, But we started to talk more about it, and she mentioned Australia, and my husband's Australian. So I thought, if this works for me, then maybe I can do something. Maybe I can be successful at this, We had already, my husband and I, after my daughter was born, had started having that conversation that you have, so when are you gonna go back to work? And, I had spent so many years with my son that, having that conversation when my daughter was only 6 months old just, upset me. I didn't want to think about going back to work, but at the same time, I needed to really think about going back to work and think about doing something. So this kind of all was happening at the same time. I try the products and instantly I love them. I could not believe it. I was kind of in shock. So I started posting on Facebook, and you know, once you start posting on Facebook, your friends kind of realize it's almost like this thing where everyone's just waiting to hear that this stuff works from someone that they love and that they trust, right? And so as soon as you put it on, you get emails from people who are like, oh my gosh, I need some of that, right? So I kind of realized that there was something here, and something that I could really do that was for me. And if we had to move somewhere, I could take it with me. It was an opportunity that I'm glad that I said yes to. And that's kind of the short story. And I hope that one day you say yes. Take care.